Entei.
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 Woo woo!
Woo!
Good morning, guys. Before we get into the video, I just want to say I apologize for my last video because I did say that with the migrations of the legendary beasts that we're going to be getting Suicune in exchange for Raikou. I was wrong. As of today, thanks to Pokemon Go Hub, Pokemon Go official Twitter page, all that, and all my fellow YouTubers that do Pokemon Go content, Entei is now here, not Suicune. Suicune is in Europe and Africa. Raikou moved over to Asia, Australia area, and the North America, South America region, all right there. We have Entei, this guy right here. So, sorry, I apologize for being wrong. My kid's driving me crazy. But, Entei, as you can see right here on the side of me, might have to scoot over, I don't know. But, Entei is one of the legendary raid bosses in Pokemon Go, just like Raikou and Suicune, and Mewtwo. As part of the Johto Beast trio, Entei boss CP is 38,628. If you've never battled against an Entei, you're in for a fun time with that. It can have a max capture CP of 1930, which is perfect at level 20. That's the perfect IV score. Everybody wants a perfect legendary. Just like Raikou and Suicune, it is not soloable, and it is required to have at least 6 to 7 trainers in order to take it down. So, get you a squad of at least 7 people, that's including yourself, and you can take down Entei. Entei is pure fire, resulting in a large variety of strong and easily available counters. So, disregard that last part of this picture I have here, because it's a old raid counter article, but the counters still apply regardless of what region these legendary beasts are in. Continue on. The best raid counters for Entei are anything with ground, rock, or water. That's its weakness. So, let's start off the list. One of your best counters is going to be Omastar, with the best movesets of Rock Throw and Hydro Pump. So if you got Omastars, at least one with Rock Throw and Hydro Pump, you're good. You can always use Charge TMs and Fast TMs to replace those. Next we have Vaporeon with Water Gun and Hydro Pump. Me personally, I have 200% Vaporeons, and I believe they both have Water Gun and Hydro Pump. I'll throw those up right here. After that, everybody's favorite rock type to use is Golem, because fire is weak against ground and rock. So you need Golems with Rock Throw and Stone Edge. That's your best movesets. Follow that up with Tyranitar with Bite and Stone Edge. I have, I think, 6 Tyranitars that have that moveset, so I will be good whenever I do one of these raids. Probably one of my personal favorites is going to be Gyarados with any move for its fast move. Pair that up with Hydro Pump. So you can have a Gyarados that's got Bite with Hydro Pump, any kind of dragon attack with Hydro Pump, so you're good. So everybody boost up those red Gyarados. I mean, you got to go red against red. So, and coming up, the underdog of all this. I love the underdogs that come into play whenever it comes to legendary battles. You've got Kingdra. Yeah, this guy right here, Kingdra, with Water Gun and Hydro Pump. I've got a 100% Horsey that I'm trying to build up candies so I can get a really good Kingdra. Alright, moving on. Entei raid counters explained, according to PokemonGoHub.net. Let's see. Entei is pure fire, which results in a very easy list of counters. Use your double golems, Elmastars, and Vaporeons that you use for raiding Moltres. So, pretty much anything that you use to raid against Moltres, you can use for Entei. In case of need, substitute with any other Pokemon that has resistance to fire and access to either Stone Edge or Hydro Pump. Just add water. I love how they do these articles. Kind of adds a little bit of humor. As always, we suggest using the proper moves with a properly sized team. Entei is effectively a better Flareon, has access to a multitude of strong moves, and shouldn't be avoided. There's a plethora of Pokemon in future generations that can be countered by strong fire types. Alright, so whenever Gen 3 and future generations come out, Entei is going to be a good counter for those. Entei has only access to fire type moves. Best moves are marked in bold, as you can see right here. Your best move set is going to be Fire Fang and Flamethrower. Then the other moves that you have a possibility of getting are going to be Fire Spin, Overheat, and Fire Blast. They're not great, they're not bad, but the best moves you want to go for are going to be Fire Fang and Flamethrower. Additional Entei counters that you can use, they're recommended if you don't have any of the 6 that has already been listed. Entei is weak to 3 common elements, water, rock, and ground, which results in a long list of potential counters. Recommended a few additional attackers are going to be Dragonite with Outrage, Rhydon with Stone Edge, Feraligatr, of all things, with Hydro Pump, and probably my favorite legendary bird, Lugia, with Hydro Pump, and I have one. So I'm going to be good on that. It says the list doesn't stop there, so you can mix and match anything with super effective moves in accordance to your group size. Sometimes a handful of Hydro Pump Golducks will do the job also. See, that's something I haven't seen, is people using a Golduck in any type of raid. Like, I've seen them holding down gyms, like being a defender for gyms, or occasionally when Pokemon Go first came out, I saw them taking on gyms with a Golduck. It's kind of humorous, but it's like, cool, that works. So you can use Golducks if they know Hydro Pump. Use that as like a last resort. Don't use Chansey or Blissey. You can use those to defend the gyms, but don't use them to attack legendary raids. It's irritating for if you're in a group. It's irritating for them if they're trying to take it down so they can get their first Entei and someone throws in a Blissey. It's like, to reiterate the best counters that you need, you're going to need Omastar, Vaporeon, Golem, Tyranitar, Gyarados, red or blue, and Kingdra to take on Entei. Alright, so you have any of those 6 or all of those 6, you're going to be good, as long as you have the right amount of people in your group, which is going to be 6 or 7 people. And I think that's based on like a minimum trainer level of 30. So if everybody in your raid group is level 30 or higher and they have one of each of these, or a combination of multiples of this counters, you're bound to defeat the raid boss. Now, as far as catching Entei goes, that's a totally different story, because regardless of Entei moving regions, he still has a 2% catch rate. So it's going to be hard to catch, just like Raikou was, just like Suicune was. So normal catch rate with a curveball, no berry. The very base of it, you have a 2.83% catch rate. That's with a curveball. With no curveball, you just straight flick it up, no berry, no nice throw, nothing like that, just normal, and it bounces off the head. You have a 1.67%. As far as excellent throw, with Golden Raspberry, curveball, it boosted up to 12.43%. So a 12.5% catch rate. Alright, if you golden raz, curveball, and get an excellent. Very difficult to catch, but you do have a possibility of catching it. Alright, so don't be discouraged if you don't catch it. There's bound to be more of them. So that's all I have on Entei and the best counters and what you need to do to be able to defeat Entei and how to catch Entei. So you can change up your team however you see fit. Like me personally, whenever I go battle them, I'm gonna have my Gyarados, a couple of my red Gyarados. I'm going to have my Golems. I'm gonna throw in a Rhydon just for a clutch. My backup team is going to be all 4 of my Omastars that I have, with a couple of Tyrannitars. Just for my single most backup is going to be Lugia and both of my 100% Vaporeons. So that's what I'm going to do for Entei raid battles. If you want, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your team is going to consist of, like what you plan on taking into the battle against Entei. If you live in the Southern California area, DM me on Twitter and we can try to get something worked out where we can like do a meetup and do a raid boss meetup type of thing and go get an Entei together. That's all I got for you guys today. Be sure to like, dislike, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you thought of this. Share this video on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media app you use. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm still working on getting 300 subscribers. My ultimate goal is 1,000, so people can start donating to the channel so I can get better content out to you. But right now, 300 subscribers is what I'm going for. So if you're new, drop a sub for me. I'll leave a link to this article in the description down below, so be sure to check that out if you want to go over it yourself and actually have that as a backup to make sure you have the right Pokemon with the right movesets, that we don't have to start scrolling back through my video. As always guys, take it easy, peace out.